Hi, it's Megan.
And it's Bree.
And we just want to talk about TV.
Welcome to our podcast,
Unseriesous. Each episode, we're going to cover a TV show, new or old, and have a silly little conversation about it.
So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get unserious.
Girl.
That's not what I was expecting.
Girl. You don't even know what real acting is.
Girl.
All right. Welcome to Unserious, where we talk about the most serious show, but we have to be a little silly.
We're always silly.
We're talking about The Last of Us after 20 years.
Yay!
And we'll get into everything. But, Bree, I want to know what's going on with you. How's it going? What are you watching? What are you doing?
Do you really care?
Legally, yes. Contractually, I do.
Okay, well, as last week I said, I was reading Carrie Soto's Back, and I finished that, and it was so good. I rated it 5 stars on Goodreads. That's how you fucking know. Mm-hmm. I don't take those things lightly.
Exactly. As you shouldn't.
And it was so good. I didn't think I would really care. I knew the book was about tennis, and I was like, am I really gonna care about this?
But
bro, I'm about to start watching tennis. Like, it was so good. I don't know. I don't want to give anything away.
Okay, yeah, because I want to read it.
Because, yeah. So, and then right now I'm reading, what's it called? Tomorrow. What's it called?
I don't know.
I know what it's called. I have to say the right title. That's embarrassing.
When I was listening to Cody Ko and Brittany Broski talk about Taylor Jenkins Reid and her books,
yeah,
he was like, for lack of a better word, she knows how to create a vibe.
Yes,
like, she creates
exactly.
the rock band, she creates the old Hollywood, she creates the Tennessee, and you give a shit.
Like, they're fake people, but like, you're totally in that world, and like, you care about what they're doing. I don't know. It's weird, crazy. Love her. Tomorrow. Okay,
so we were close.
Is kind of relevant to The Last of Us because The Last of Us is a video game, and the book is about 2 friends who are like video game designers. And the book's a lot deeper than I thought. Like, it deals with some really dark thing, which I did not expect from like just the cover and the concept. I was like, oh, it's gonna be like just like a
Free Guy.
And I've been like, yeah, literally, I'm like, this is gonna be Free Guy. And then I was like, what's going on? But it's really good. I'm like halfway, maybe less than halfway into it, but it's good. So how about you, Megan?
Well, last week I finished Every Summer After, and I set out to read Beach Read again by Emily Henry, and I'm 10 pages in.
Hell yeah, slay, girl.
So I'm probably a little bit more than that, but so that's very much in progress.
Yes.
But this week I watched The Dark Knight for the first time in my life, which is crazy because I've never seen that shit. I'd seen part of Batman Begins. I've seen other DC movies, but I knew that The Dark Knight was amazing.
The Dark Knight.
But I just never saw it. Just for no real good reason. It
just never got
had
around
the
to it.
Yeah, exactly. You want to sit down, you want to enjoy it. But there's some summer movies in Chicago, so we saw it outside. It was a little brisk.
It was a little chilly.
But I enjoyed it, and we had a laugh.
We had a laugh.
It was dark. That movie was like insane. Like, if you haven't seen it, like, maybe that's on you. Like, I've clearly seen it, so I'm a little more superior.
That's on.
But like the part at the end where they're making the 2 ships like decide who lives, who dies. Kid. Yeah,
I watched it pretty young.
Like, yeah, it's over 10 years old.
Yeah,
and like I was like, whoa,
it gets
the Joker's kind of crazy. I didn't know he was that crazy. I didn't know he like rolled like that.
The Joker's crazy.
But like, of course, everyone knows this. Heath Ledger did an amazing job. I didn't expect to be pulled by Christian Bale. He pulled me. He like was wearing this jacket at one point that really pulled me. And this is my official review. Nestor Carbonell was the mayor. He really pulled me, but he always pulls me when he's the sheriff on Bates Motel. What else? I was really hoping that Gary Oldman was actually dead, but then my girl Maggie Gyllenhaal was one who was dead, so that was really...
Yeah,
that really sucks. So I gotta watch Monster House soon.
You wanna flip a coin?
Yeah, that was also fucked up. And like the face, I saw like, I knew what his face looked like. That wasn't a surprise, but I saw like the before and after of the Two-Face, where it's like when they film it, it's nothing. Like they don't even do makeup. It's just CGI, which is crazy. And it looks good. Like it doesn't look like bad CGI. Mm-hmm. See a lot of bad CGI in my day. But I like it. Like, if you haven't seen The Dark Knight, like, as you guys know, I like to bring really, like, underground movies to the table.
Yeah,
and,
it's
like,
very underground.
Share, like, my, like, underrated faves.
Yeah.
So I think that if you haven't seen it yet...
those bitches.
What?
No one knows Morgan Freeman.
No, he's really, like, he's up and coming.
He's up and coming.
And I thought he did, like, a pretty, like, a decent job.
He did a decent job.
Yeah, I really believed him that he didn't want to work at a company that had access to everyone's phones. Like, he said, no, that's not for me. And I said...
That's not for me.
He's really convincing. So yeah, The Dark Knight's pretty cool. I had a good time. Yeah. And I also think it's cool that we live in Chicago and that's Gotham. So I was walking, I went to pick up lunch during work and I was walking around like near the river and I said, I'm in Gotham.
Yeah.
And my work building is in a shot, so I made it in.
Exactly.
Even though I wasn't working there.
It was cool to watch it because I haven't seen it, like, I hadn't seen the full movie in a while, and now we've lived in Chicago for so long, and they're literally in Chicago. Mm-hmm. So that's
so cool. We got to watch Rob.
Cool.
We got to watch Our Pats.
I know.
Let's put it on the list. No. That's kind of like a good movie to watch in October.
Yeah, I'm freaking down.
Okay.
But I wish, I don't know. Yeah, Heath Ledger's sad.
Yeah.
like you said, they probably would have done more.
Yeah, like,
because like the Joker's story did not.
Yeah, he survived. At first, I was like, "Oh, he's falling off that building for sure."
Yeah.
No, yeah. But I'm glad that they didn't like recast or try to do something like that because it wouldn't have. No one could ever.
No, it couldn't
compare. No one
and
will.
Jared
compare.
Leto has proved that.
Yeah, flop. Joaquin Phoenix is good, but it's a completely different.
It's
like,
a
vibe.
completely different vibe.
From I was talking to my family about that, and I'm like complaining about it because I was like, that movie was like crazy. And Sarah was like, well, I liked it. My sister. Yeah. And I was like, okay, it was good, but would I watch it again? Probably.
It was good, but it made me want to throw up.
Exactly.
The Dark Knight Joker is like crazy.
He's disturbing, but not in a way.
But it's not that. Like, I don't know how to explain.
Yeah, I think the other Joker, like. The Joker movie is not for everyone, and not that like it was too much for me, but it was right on that cusp of like,
and it felt too real.
Yeah, and I think it did like a lot to prove like a point, and like was obviously like a thing about mental health, but in a way it was like,
but it was like kind of
like I don't know that that's the right message
like
at the same
Joker
time. I think the Joker should be crazy.
The Joker's crazy, but why is he going into it? I don't need to know. You want to know why he was a knife? All he does is he goes up to people and goes, "You want to know why?"
You know, I got these
scars.
What? Like, so
no one
serious.
Fucking cares.
I think that we should be the Joker for Halloween.
I think so too.
You can be the Joker. I'll be the mayor.
Okay. I'll be the mayor.
It's just Sheriff Romero.
Yes. I'm down for that.
But anyway, speaking of other Halloween costume options, leave a comment below if you think Brie and I should be Joel and Ellie.
Joel and Ellie. We've
been talking about that since like February, probably.
I know.
So
that's one of our 50 costume ideas.
It's pretty high, I think, on the list.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And pretty like not too hard.
Yeah.
I'll wear a beard.
I'll wear a beard.
I'll do it.
Aww,
they look good.
I miss them.
I know. Let me tell you about them.
Okay, I forget.
You ever heard of The Last of Us? But now I got these scars.
You want to know?
I have these emotional scars.
No.
The Last of Us is a post... is a what? It's a post... The Last of Us is a post-apocalyptic drama on HBO based on the video game of the same name. It follows Joel Miller 20 years after the world was destroyed by a fungal infection that either kills infected or turns them into zombie-like creatures known as clickers. Joel is a smuggler that gets caught up in his biggest job yet, transporting 14-year-old Ellie across the country to a rebellion group known as the Fireflies because, surprise, Ellie is immune to the disease, and she could be the key to curing everyone. unfortunately, we learn this comes with the potential price of Ellie's own life. And Joel has to make the impossible decision, save Ellie or save the world.
God.
I have goose pimples.
God.
And I wrote that.
That's insane.
It's insane.
Can we?
Like, just like that's the story, and it's such a crazy story that this man, Neil, I think, came up with this silly little story. They're like, oh, it's just like a zombie fighting
video game.
Yeah, it's just you fight zombies, but you also have to live out what's it called, the trolley problem. And you get really attached to these characters, but it's also like, oh, maybe it would be just better if the world wasn't like this.
Wasn't like this. They developed such a freaking deep ass story.
I know. It's insane.
When was the game made? It was,
I think 2013 was when it came out.
Yeah.
Because I read that it did, and we can kind of talk about like how familiar we were with this, but it was supposed to be like a 10-year time jump, like 2003 to 2013, but since now the show it came out 10 years later, they did a 20-year jump. I think it made it easier with like the ages also. But yeah, that was interesting when it was like January 2023, and then in our like real life it was January 2023. I was like,
I hate that.
And it being about a pandemic, obviously a much different one, but like that was close to home. And because they did that thing at the what was the scene at the beginning? I remember thinking the scene at the beginning was so cool where they had like, well, they did one where they showed the past of like the doctor who was like, how do we cure this? She's like, well, we can't cure this. We just have to bomb everyone.
Yeah.
Like all the little things that just made it more chilling. Like insane.
And the scene, I don't know what episode it was, but like with the baby and the mom and the clothes.
Yeah.
Because they bombed the area.
Uh-huh.
That's fucked.
So insane. They're like, how do we make this even worse?
It's like a baby blanket.
Yeah,
like,
and then they show
They
it.
aren't fucking around. Mm-hmm. They aren't playing.
No, this is, I already kind of said this, the most serious show they will probably talk about here. The only thing that makes it a little silly is when they say their little puns.
Yeah, the pun book. And it's funny when Joel...
When Joel what?
When Joel falls off the horse.
What if you were 57 years old, you were taking care of this child you don't even want because your own child
you don't even want this damn kid.
And you fall off a
horse. Embarrassing.
So embarrassing. Gosh.
No.
So you knew about, I knew about the game, but
yeah.
I didn't really like watch any of it, play any of it. How much did you know?
I knew some from my brother. My brother played the games. And then I knew some from Twitter because I saw Ellie and Dina, which is is the second game thing. Mm-hmm. Oh, I saw them, and the fan base is huge because I would see so much about it. Like I'd watch clips. I'm like, I don't even know what these video game bitches are. Like they're just like, because a lot of people who were in the Shameless fandom were in the Last of Us fandom. So I saw some scenes, and then I did go and watch like the story on YouTube or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I knew that. But what else? I don't fucking know.
I feel like it's one of those games, like there's like a handful of games where the story just becomes like its own, and that's obviously why there's a TV show now.
Yeah.
But like there's like a handful of games where like I'm like, oh, I know that bitch. Like the person, you know that clip on TikTok of that guy falling off the roof? Wait, what game is that? It's like this man in like a suit, and like there's a kid there too. And first I thought it was this. People listening to this are gonna be like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's obviously
blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm not a gamer.
No, but like some things just make it into other realms of pop culture.
Yeah. And I didn't realize how deep games could be. Like this really, I feel like this really showed me like, because my brother has always been into games and like story building games, but I'm like, that can't be that. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like this made me take the video game world more seriously. Yeah,
there's this game my sister plays. I don't even remember what that's called. But it's like a bunch of like actors doing like the like famous actors. Like I think like who is it? It's not Brenda Song, but it could be.
Oh shoot.
But there's like a bunch of people like that we know that are like in this game. Like I think Hayden Panettiere
The book?
I think I made up Brenda's song. I feel like Megan Martin, like all these people that are in this game, but it's like, I don't know what's it called? I should look it up. But
I should become a gamer.
I think so. I think people smash that subscribe button if you want to watch us play
Smash
The Last of Us.
Subscribe button. Send me $1,000 and I'll be a gamer.
Martin video game. I'm like, I can't stop. I can't keep just naming things and be like, oh, what's it called?
I know. I don't know.
Maybe I made up Megan Martin too. Until Dawn.
Oh yes, I've heard of that one.
Mm-hmm. So
I don't know anything about it, but I've heard.
Yeah, I've watched Sarah play it maybe once, and like she started out the same thing, watching it online.
Yeah.
And then getting the game herself and playing it. I just think Jordan Fisher, Rami Malek, Hayden Panettiere, Brett Dalton, Megan Martin.
The hell?
Yeah, I think I pulled Brenda's song out of my ass. I think I just want Brenda's song to be everywhere.
Yeah, Brenda's song should be in everything.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's cool. And like, I think that's happening a lot more. Like, I just saw Darren Barnett is in a video game. He was like promoting it, and I was like, oh my god, he's breaking the strike, but it's a video game, so it's completely separate.
No, he's breaking the strike. Did you hear they're starting another strike or something?
What?
Against, like, video game company?
Oh no, so then now he can't talk about it, Darren!
I said, because I was like, oh, did something happen? And then I read, and I'm like, another strike!
God, pay
everybody
and the writers. God damn, we're not gonna have any content.
We're not gonna have no
anymore.
content. I can't do it.
My favorite video game is the Spider-Man games.
Okay.
You're like, oh my god, here we go.
Here we go. Let's get you home, Grandma.
I just 30 seconds to say that I love. Well, there's Batman games too. We were talking about that. The Batman games are fun, but I didn't play them. My father and my sister, my father, they played them, and then I played the Spider-Man games because I love Spider-Man. And I don't know really what to say other than I had a blast until I got too hard. And they made a second game where it's like Miles Morales. But they recasted the guy who played Peter Parker so he would look more like Tom Holland, and that pissed me off. And I think sometimes video games and films should be separate.
Yeah.
Like, everything needs to be the same.
Yeah.
I liked that Spider-Man, so that was my friend.
Kind of rude.
Anyway, video games.
My biggest story-based video game I played when I was younger, I played the Zelda game.
Ooh, hell yeah.
And I was, like, obsessed with it. Now there's that new Zelda. I'm like...
I think we should really just
get into my video game era?
Yeah, we both started picking up our Switch again.
I know, I picked it up once and I put it down forever now.
Stardew Valley started bullying you.
Stardew Valley, your grandpa gives you a shitty ass farm and says, deal with it. And then everyone's mean to you. Like, everyone I've talked to is like, what are you doing here?
When you think it's going to be a comfort game and they're bullying you.
And then you just get bullied.
Well,
but,
okay.
Let's talk about a show.
Yes. The Last of Us.
When we talk about a whole different show.
I'm back. Okay.
What do we start with?
I don't know, the beginning, fucking Joel's backstory.
Okay, yes, the first episode, like, pulls you in. Like,
that's like a movie.
No, literally, it's like a freaking, like, just the first episode was so good, and like there's so much shock. That, like, the grandma, was it a grandma who turns into the...
Yeah, the neighbor.
Whoa.
That was disgusting. And Sarah just went over there for, like, cookies.
Yeah. It was so sweet at first.
In the flour.
Wait, what?
That's what people think it's in the flour. She was baking.
Oh.
That's where they think it's from. But that's not confirmed. But they mention it on the show.
It all happened so fast. Like, that...
It's just a normal day. It's Joel's birthday.
It was such a normal day.
I
was like, this is nice. I was actually watching it during the Bengals game. So I was watching the Bengals game. The Bengals game was on, and then I had the first episode on my laptop.
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and shit was going down.
Yeah. I watched the Bengals game that night, and I went to bed. And then Emily and I watched it the next day. Because I think it was like Memorial Day? Not Memorial
I'm like, hold on, that too.
It was like MLK Day? Or something?
Probably.
I had like a Monday off, and Emily and I watched a bunch of stuff, and I wasn't sure if Emily was going to be into it, but like the scene where they're driving, which is awesome, like the POV shot,
good.
It feels like a video game.
Compared to the video game, exactly.
It's so good. Like, it feels so good. And then, but like was it a plane or something crashes? And that's so dramatic. But Emily goes, this is the best show ever!
Like, it got my blood pressure up. I was so excited. And it does feel like you're playing the game in that shot.
Because, like, you're in the back of the car with them.
Yeah.
It was really well done. The whole thing is very well done cinematically.
Yeah.
But that specifically, like, stuck with me.
And, like, they made you care about Sarah and Joel so quickly. Like, you cared about their relationship, and then, like, she dies, which is, like, so sad.
What's insane is that, like, she doesn't even die because she's infected.
I know!
Like,
that's because that bitch-ass
military guy.
Ugh. I was like...
That's so frustrating.
Like,
that was so fucking... Tommy, help me!
Tommy, help me!
That's the most serious thing you've ever seen.
Fucked up.
So fucked up. But that's TV. That's cinema.
That's cinema.
That's cinema television. That's cinema vision.
Yeah. That's cinema vision. But what else about the watch?
Yeah, Joel's watch.
And it's like, your watch is broken.
He's like, I fucking know.
My fucking daughter died.
I hate that. And then that watch carries on, right? Because then, like, Ellie gets it. And it's like, that's fucked.
Unless you're crying.
I think what's crazy is they were supposed to end it with, like, the first episode was supposed to end when, like, they cut to the future and Joel's just throwing the kid's body into the pit.
I forgot about that.
That's insane. Like, to go from, like, he's so traumatized to being like, well, just
being
another
like,
day.
This is your job.
Yeah. This is life.
This is life.
And that was how it's supposed to, like, end. Like, the episode. And that would have been, like, criminally insane, but also so good. And, like, I get why they didn't do that, because they were like, well, that's a little traumatizing to do that.
The whole show's fucking traumatizing.
It is. Every week, it's like, you unlock a new trauma. Like, it couldn't possibly get worse.
I'm like, oh, this will be fine.
Yeah.
Looks around.
Julia's first episode. Okay, Julia has seen it all now at this point, right? But she jumps in during the Sam and Henry episode,
Episode 5, yeah.
Which is quite possibly
we were
worst.
like, it's not that bad.
No, and like,
and it wasn't that like,
because like episode 2, you're getting to know, you're acclimated to the world. Yes, you lose tests, but it's kind of like that's what this is. It's zombies or it's clickers or infected. But then like, and then they do the Bill and Frank, which we will talk about, and then like getting into like the Melanie Linsky drama. But this fucking Henry and Sam episode is criminally insane.
Awful.
And like the fact that like, again, this person just was like, well, we have this story and we might as well just keep making it worse.
Literally.
Like you care about these characters for 2 minutes.
The worst possible things are happening. And they made the kid younger than he was in the game. So it made it like worse.
Yeah. God.
And him. And Ellie finally had like a friend. She's just a little girl.
Yeah, and we'll talk about Ellie's backstory, but it's just also worse knowing what she's already gone through.
Yeah.
God.
They just...
And it's so crazy because it's like, in a way, you know what's going to happen. Because like, you have, like, I didn't know the full story, but like, I knew enough from people online going, oh no, the Sam and Henry episode. So I was like, well, this isn't going to go well. And you also just know that in general because it's the state of the show. This isn't going to be rainbows and unicorns.
Yeah.
Like, you know what you're getting into. But then... it still managed to sucker punch you, and like, because they do it in the worst way, whether it's the use of music or the lack of music, and then the acting, the little tiny ways to just like, after the thing's already happened, they're just like, well, here's a way to make it worse, like the Etch It sketch.
And I'm sorry. I'm like, are you fucking? I'm like, I gotta
like jump. I'm already like miserable.
I'm already like at the bottom of my...
I'm already, what's it, on Friends, I'm already rock bottom, now I'm 50 feet of ground, and then there's
like,
me.
Literally.
Jeez. But imagine, like, not watching the show at all, and then watching the Sam and Henry episode, like, as your first...
I was like, God, I'm so sorry, Julia.
We went, oh, my bad.
I gotta go home.
I gotta go, my mom's calling.
I was like, oh my God, I did not expect it to
be. So it's just, like, the speed at which it happens, which in a way I think is like ripping off a Band-Aid. Like that was probably for the best, in which like, but it's also just, I don't know, Ellie thinking she was helping someone. Like she thought she was going to help him.
She thought she was going to cure him.
Had hope. And then lost that. And then like the speed at which like Henry assesses the situation and then kills his brother. And then like the 10 seconds of silence and then he takes his own life. Like it's insane and that happens within a minute.
Yeah.
Insane.
I don't like that.
Me neither.
But it was like, it's like so good.
It's like, so
because like
it's like It's like masochistic to enjoy it, but it's so like that's a storytelling.
In that world, that would happen, like with the infected, like it's just so.
Yeah, when it's one like like especially at the point he was at.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as you're bitten or scratched or whatever, like it's over.
Yeah.
So there was nothing else he could have done. Like it was gonna either get worse or like. What else was he supposed to do but, like, for it to be your brother or your best friend or your mom
little brother?
That was the only person he had, so that's why he was like, well, what else am I supposed to do?
There's nothing else left.
A, because there's nothing else left, and B, like, now I have to live with the fact that I had to do that?
Yeah. I have goosebumps over my green shirt. I don't like that. I'm thinking about it. Yeah. I'm thinking about the scene, like, the whole, like...
Yeah. I can, like, visualize, like, the motel room or wherever they're at.
Yeah.
God.
And the I'm sorry.
And like, Ellie thinking she had a friend, like they thought they were gonna have like a little.
And they were having such a nice time, like when they found that room and they were playing, like games to get like soccer.
And they could just be kids.
And Joel and Henry's
the brother, the older brother.
Henry they were forming like a bond too, and they were figuring it out, and they were all just a little family, and then it gets taken away within an hour.
Of course it does.
Of course it does. I'm like, maybe this will last like a little. Nope.
No.
No.
Yeah, that fucking sucked.
Everything sucks. I'm thinking about everything.
Why do we watch this?
Oh, why did we watch this?
And like I lived for it every week.
Yeah, no, and it's funny. I'm like, this is my comfort show.
No, yeah,
because it did feel weirdly like if I think about that time. I feel comforted.
Well, it's like the dead of winter. Like it's the worst part of the year. It's also on Sundays, and you're like, I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, but you have like
The Last of Us.
You have like a great television show to look forward to,
and like HBO Sundays. That's really where it's at. Because right after the Sunday, we got Succession.
We were having the time of our lives.
From like the first half of the year, we just had Succession or HBO Sundays.
And now we have nothing.
Yeah. Anyway,
pay the motherfucking writers.
Pay everyone, please.
Pay everyone.
So Ellie's backstory. There's like the two pieces of it. It's the Riley of it all and her mom.
Yeah.
And first of all,
oh my god,
iconic that the original Ellie is her mom.
Iconic.
So because they had a couple of them, like the original Joel's in there and the original Tommy, but like having the original Ellie be Ellie's mom,
she got to birth.
Good. That's so good, and that's so like what an honor.
Yeah.
That actress is so cool.
That actress is so cute. Cool. Her voice. I love her voice. Mm-hmm. Like
it's so distinct.
But yeah, that was fucked up too.
And then Marlene, like you can say fuck Marlene, but she also has the trauma. She killed her best fucking friend.
She did so much. Like she was just trying to do like, she had to kill her friend. Mm-hmm. And yeah, she kind of sucks for it. But like the whole war, I don't know. There's too many decisions. There's too many like.
That's like the whole thing. The morality of all
this.
Yeah,
like it seems like impossible. Like you wouldn't even know what to do unless you were in that situation. Yeah. Which hopefully I'm never in that.
Cross my fingers.
Crossing my fingers.
Wash your hands, bitches.
Wash your hands. Don't become infected.
Okay.
But bro, the Riley storyline, that was another thing of them being bitten, and then not knowing, like, or knowing or thinking you're just gonna die, like, immediately, and waiting. But then Ellie doesn't know that she
thinks she's
gonna die. She's sitting there waiting to die, and then she has to shoot her like friend / lover.
Yeah. The love of her fucking life.
Crazy. And they were having the most like, that's like such an innocent episode. Yeah, and they're so young, and they're just like at the mall having fun, and they're at the Halloween store, and then they have to do like the most adult shit ever. Like what?
At their big age of 2.
At their big age of 2, and like those. I can't do this show.
Insane. No, that's insane. And Ellie not knowing, like that being how Ellie finds out is horrific. And I was gonna say something else. I'm glad that they didn't show it.
Yes.
Like they show a lot, but thank fucking God.
I was really afraid they were gonna show it.
No.
That they didn't.
They're like, we have our limits.
They said we have our limits.
Yeah, that would have been too much. And I also think going back to, I was going to say something else about the mom, like, the decision she makes of, like, she knows that she was bitten.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why she, like, tells Marlene, or, like, that's why Marlene has to do what she's got to do. But, like, the lie of being, like, I was bitten after she gave birth. Like, nothing could happen to Ellie. So, like, imagine though, like, what if Ellie was an infected little baby? Like, I get that she wants to keep her kid alive, but imagine, like, telling that lie and being like, well, I don't know, it's gonna be a ticking time bomb.
Oh my god. And then, well, she just blows up.
She just blows up. She's like Jack when he's a
not
demon.
the baby. In the episode with the bloater, the little girl zombie fucked up.
But that was also,
but
like,
also so scary.
I didn't even know what to say about, like, I love Melanie Linsky, first of all. I don't even know how to dive into that. Like, it's such a separate, but also, like, a part. It's just another roadblock, essentially. But the fact that, like, she gets, like, killed by the kid, though, like, that's poetic.
That is poetic. She scared me. Yeah. Like, she's, like, and her voice is just so sweet.
Yeah.
Like, she's, like, a preschool teacher, but she's, like,
Australian.
I'll kill you.
Or she's from New Zealand, something like that.
Yeah.
Love her.
I love her.
But
I'm like, that's my mom.
Fuck that bitch. Love you.
No.
But you gotta go.
And the little girl took her out. She said, and the bloater, like, caught me off guard. Because we hadn't seen, like, anything, like...
Yeah. I wish there was more of those bitches.
Yeah, just everywhere.
There weren't enough zombies.
I'm like, this isn't about zombies. This is about pain.
This is about suffering.
This is about making choices. This is about trust. This is about a relationship, a father-daughter relationship.
This is about his watch.
This is about Grandpappy falling off of his horse. This is about Joel thinking he can't protect Ellie and then truly not being able to protect Ellie when he falls off his horse and is down for a whole episode.
And he miraculously recovers.
When he hears that Ellie is in trouble, he's like healed.
I was saying before we started this, like, I was in the trenches of Petro Nation.
You're like fanning yourself
and
off.
I just like ebb and flow out of like hyperfixations, obviously, so I'm out of it right now. But
you're like, oh.
But when he beats the shit, wow! And
when
he's
he
like,
beats
what?
It's like Batman. What is it?
Iconic. Like, you can't even, like, the protectiveness jumped out. But like, what's also crazy about that is, like, obviously that's the most traumatic episode for Ellie, and I hate that. Ugh. Like, fuck cannibals. Love you, Melanie Linsky.
Fuck cannibals, but the Yellow Jacket girly.
But like, it's so traumatizing, but Ellie ends up saving herself.
She does.
It's kind of iconic, but also devastating, the fact that she had to deal with that. Fucking finger.
But the scream, if you say Bella wasn't the right choice for this,
my God.
Fuck you, because that scene, and it compared, if you look at the video game scene too, it's like just as good, like even better probably, like chills.
Yeah, and if
physically...
Ashley, that's who plays Ellie, the original Ellie. Like, if she's the one going, that's Ellie.
Yeah.
Then, like, who are you to fucking argue? Like, who knows better than her?
All these fucking trolls for this show, like, people just had so much shit to say. I'm like,
no, leave them alone. They're both of them are so good.
Both of them are perfectly, like, I feel like they're perfect for, like, I don't know. People are like, if they don't look exactly like they're like, I'm like, not everyone's gonna look like, and
that's not
and it doesn't even matter.
No, like, as long as like the basis of the story.
Yeah, they aren't taking away any like thing.
We could do a whole podcast on like fighting people.
I will fight everyone
of this, but also like that makes me think of like, you know, like people that get mad about the Little Mermaid, or people that get mad about the Iris on the Flash. Like everyone just shut the fuck up. Is it good TV? That's all that matters. Who cares what everyone looks like, sounds like? I suck.
Yeah, I could go off, but I won't.
I'll keep it together.
But I'll try to
be respectful.
I'm trying to. But what else? Okay, yeah, David scarred me. Like, you know how, like, the Grey's Anatomy shooter guy? Mm-hmm. I feel like David, like, I can see the shooter on Grey's Anatomy perfectly, and now I can see, because, like, and that's something, like, where I needed to see, like, the actor being, like...
Right.
because like it was too much. Like he's so creepy.
You can just see the actor like having a laugh. So
Literally,
like, okay, this
I'm
is
like,
fake.
okay, it's fake. It's fake.
Same thing with like anything sad. Like I need to see like Sam like thriving in real life. And he's Emmy nominated, so woo, pay the writers so we can watch.
And he got to come see the giraffe.
Yeah.
Oh,
the giraffe.
the giraffe. I love that
moment.
There's so much. I'm gonna start crying.
Okay, we have to. I feel like we're all over this. We have to talk about Bill and Frank.
Yes. No, we don't. I'm flipping through my notes. So I would even write down.
The Bill and Frank episode's insane because it's so like isolated from the rest of the show, but obviously like plays the importance of like how that fits into Joel's story. But God, also so criminally insane that you get one episode with these people, you get so attached, and then the same hour you lose them.
That's all the show did to me.
Yeah. And it's also like to have this really, we keep talking about how everything is so fucked up, to have something so beautiful, like this beautiful love story between two people in this fucking cruel world.
Yeah. And their lives did like felt totally separate because of the world that, or like the area that Bill,
the safe house,
like it just felt like kind of normal for a second until it didn't.
Another thing, it wasn't even zombie related. Sorry, they're not zombies.
Oh, clickers.
Yeah, clickers. But that's not even it. Like what was the reason?
Oh, it was the people. Wait, what?
Why did they die?
Oh, because Frank was sick.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what the actual like illness was.
Then they did the
poison.
Was it? I don't know what sick. Was it cancer? Probably. But then Bill put some in his wine too.
Yeah.
Guys, I can't do this. I gotta go.
The dinner parallel.
I'm getting worked up. I'm sweating. I'm like crying. I'm throwing up. I can't be here.
Take me back.
I'm reliving too much.
This is awful, but take me back.
But take me back. They are growing strawberries, and then they have to kill. And they leave the note.
Oh, I was supposed to say, that's even more fucked up because not only had fucking Joel just lost Tess, but then they were like, take care of Tess.
Yeah. Oh my God. We have to talk about Tess too, but
everyone's like, sucks.
This show, everything just sucks.
It sucks, but it's my favorite show.
But it's like so good. But there is the funny moment where Ellie and Joel get there and Joel takes a shower. And then he's like clean, and Ellie's like, "Well, don't you look pretty?"
Yeah, I love their like silly moments on the sides, the puns, and
their slow
build as best
up
friends.
Of being best friends and being family. But in the video game, Bill is the only Bill
lives.
Bill lives, and Frank dies.
Yeah,
but you don't meet. Or you meet Frank after he's dead, like you hear, and then Bill and Ellie would bicker, and like they had a relationship in the video game, but the way the show did it just made it even fucking worse.
Yeah,
because
I think from what I've heard, it made the Bill and Frank relationship like better.
Yes,
but there is a part of me that would have loved to have seen Bill and Ellie like
interact, because I know they would have like been
they would have shot the shit.
It would have been so funny. But I do like that episode is like the most beautiful episode ever. In the window.
Another people. I hope that Nick Offerman and Murray Bartlett they're probably nominated in the same category though.
Ugh! Oh my God, that's.
They're all probably nominated.
That's just as bad as them just both drinking the wine and dying.
How do we get them all Emmys? How do we get Sam and Henry and Bill and Frank Emmys? And Melanie Linsky.
We'll never know.
I guess
the Emmys are never gonna happen. Sorry.
Hey, the writers.
See you
guys in January, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tess also makes me sad because she's only there for 5 minutes.
And then that one clicker. With the Riz. Just kidding.
The Riz Award in this episode goes to that clicker.
You want to know who got the Riz Award for me in The Last of Us? the clicker that infected Tess. No. But really, that scarred me.
God,
like that
awful.
the stuff going into her
It just
mouth.
being gross on every level.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a woman's worst nightmare.
Yes.
And that's probably why they did it. But like, God.
No, I was like, what is going
Like,
on?
once again, it's like, how do we take this terrible thing
And make it a little... Yeah, literally. Why did they make it like that? I was watching it like this.
That might be my only critique of like, here's actually what I wouldn't have done.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that was fucking awful, and Tess didn't deserve that.
And I love Tess.
And Tess is the only fucking reason why Joel like went and took Ellie. So thanks, Tess.
Thank you, Tess.
Even
getting
though,
that
but also the
old
trauma.
man.
Thanks for the trauma.
Thanks for the trauma.
Thanks for the memories.
Thanks for the memories.
But she was great. Another thing I would have, but they showed her in the Bill and Frank episode. They were so
Yeah,
happy.
and they were having a nice little time. They were having a fucking kiki.
They were having a little double date.
They were. Now they're all dead.
Joel looked really good in that episode. Anyway, let's keep going.
I said silent.
Pull back.
Pull back.
He's pulling me. Can everyone be nice to Pedro Pascal though? Like, I feel like I need to say that. Like, I feel like it's probably not as pertinent as it was when this was out. When The Mandalorian was out. Like, everything was happening all at once.
He was being attacked.
As he should, like, get that hype. He killed it on SNL. He's amazing. He deserves love and attention. But be fucking respectful. And honestly, I feel like it's journalists who are the worst. Because
they asked the question.
It's like, ask him something else.
Ask him something.
Once.
Ask him something important
In his life. Anyway, just be nice to him. Thank you. And
that was a public service.
That's my PSA. It's like, you're allowed to love Pedro, but be fucking respectful. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
This episode is so disjointed.
I know. I'm just talking about things.
I think that's what happens when it's a show. We haven't, like, Daisy Jones felt like this a little bit too. It's like we just had to like keep going.
Like,
so we were like, all of it was just coming back up.
All of it. And I feel like this show, each episode was like very distinct. Like I can, if I think of one episode, I know exactly what, like, it doesn't get jumbled up. So like I'm kind of switching between things.
Yeah. And we could probably spend like the same amount of time like on every episode.
Yeah. No, literally. I could do an hour on every episode.
I think,
but
the most important, well, we didn't talk about Tommy's little
Tommy's a communist.
And we love that for him. When he realizes that he's a communist, that was also peak comedy.
Yeah.
He's like, this isn't a communist society. And his wife was like, yeah, it is. And he was like,
fuck, I'm a communist.
It's a gif of the tomato.
Yeah. It's like,
from
Tommy realizing.
So good. Tommy wasn't there for a while, but he served cunt every time.
But he served cunt. But we'll see that little town again.
That's good.
And we got a Dina cameo, which was cool. Because that doesn't happen.
It's always interesting when they do that, because I don't know anything about that actress, so I'm not saying anything. But I'm like, did they commit?
I know. I'm like, is that the? Because there's also this. Have you seen? There's like, the person they use to, like, make Dina in the game, like, that's a real person.
Yeah.
So obviously they look exactly like Dina, and they're an actor. So I'm like, why wouldn't you? But maybe an age thing. I don't know.
Right.
But I'm like, why wouldn't you cast them? But I don't know. I don't know what's going on. The Last of Us lore.
Yeah, we have to wait 17 years.
We have to wait. We make it in 17. Bella's gonna be 52.
They have to de-age them, like they're planning to do Stranger Things.
Like, they age in the game, but they're still gonna be too fucking old.
God. But they do age a little bit, right? Between the first and second game.
They age like, I think 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, me staring at them.
Yeah, Joel kind of like, bites the dust.
Listen.
Every
time I saw Taylor Swift at that fucking golf club.
Trauma. I swear, I think she watched The Last of Us. I was like, ooh, I wanna. She played The Last of Us, and she's like, ooh, I wanna hold a golf club.
Let me hold a golf club. This isn't a reference to
this isn't a reference.
It's a reference to The Last of Us.
Hold on, there's more. There's too much. The last episode, and then this is just a funny moment when the ladder, Ellie throws the ladder.
Yeah. Joel said, hello.
I like that scene.
No, that scene's so good.
I'm trying to think of some happy moments. There aren't many.
Yeah.
I just cried the whole time.
Ellie just went through the most traumatic thing of her life, and he's like, look, pepperoni, Chef Boyardee.
Yeah. And she's going through it. She's
and he found like a game and some Chef Boyardee, and he says, I know how to fix this.
Oh, it breaks my heart, because you can totally see Ellie's full sweat. Like, you can see she's going through some shit.
Yeah.
The innocence. I
like when they're doing...
love this show.
I know. Another cute moment was when they were, like, in the sleeping bags. It's, like, right before they met Sam and Henry. And she's reading the puns, and he's, like, trying not to laugh, but he's laughing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then he's like, I'll watch. And then he's like... I'm like, Pappy, get up!
That man is old. His knee, his ears, he can't hear or see or do anything. And he's like, don't worry, I got this.
And he's like, no, I got this. And then he's like... Ellie's like, Joel!
It's like, you didn't hear him come in?
You didn't hear him come in.
Fucking... One of his ears. It's because of... And then I'm like, oh, this silly little moment. I'm like...
I know.
His other piece of his backstory, which when he tells her about it, that's one of the most emotional moments.
Oh, yes.
When he tells her how he got, like, the hearing and the scar.
Yeah.
And he's like, who was the guy who did it? And he's like, it was me. Fucked up. But then...
Take a shot every time
she's like, yeah. And then she's like, well, I guess time heals all wounds. And he goes, it's not time that did it. She did it.
I'm gonna freaking...
And that's why he couldn't let her die. Yeah. That was his one shred of, like, happiness in this world.
He had no reason to be.
That's insane. Like, my body feels ill thinking about this.
Ellie, I'll follow you anywhere you go to. Like,
looks
she lost trust in him.
That's insane. They're all each other has.
And now...
And he lied to her.
He lied to her. You lie like...
You were like, Papa.
That was the...
No, but that's how we really gotta, like, end this, is that decision. That he made the decision to not only save her and not save the world, but kill that entire
whole fucking
hospital.
Which is gonna bite him right in the ass.
Yeah, but he looked good doing it.
He looked good doing it. He just killed the whole hospital.
And I'm like, and what about it? And I'm a stick beside him. I don't know. That's one of those things where it's like, what would you do?
Yeah. This whole thing is what would you do?
Yeah. With John Quinones. What would you
It's
do?
all an experiment.
The, like, lights turn on and everyone's like, oh my god. That's insane.
The Abby, the one in the second game, the actor being there, they put the actors everywhere in there. I like
so cool.
Like being next to the dad, her dad,
like,
technically. And then Joel freaking killing him. And then that's another, this whole show. Literally the next season's going to be like, what would you do too? Oh my god, I can't do it anymore.
It's insane.
What would you do?
Yeah, well, what would you do if it was like the person in the world you love the most versus like, oh, I guess, this would fix everything maybe.
And you already lost one daughter.
But here's the, and you're going to do that again?
Yeah.
Knowing that you could stop it? Like, it's also the fact that how do they even know that, like, this will work?
They don't.
Because they could really just kill her, drain her blood, drain her power.
But they're thinking one person is better.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I get that, but it's just...
But it's Joel's whole world.
Yeah, exactly.
But, like, to everyone else, it's like, okay, there's this
He
girl.
was saving the world.
There's this little girl. Like, no one knows Ellie's pun book. No one knows Ellie's backstory. No one has traveled through the ends of the earth with Ellie. So there's
that's what I'm saying, but I'm just
fucking.
My thing is like, is it even worth it for the possibility that what if it doesn't even work and they just killed this girl?
Then I don't know. I think they're desperate.
I mean, I guess
I think
they just want to like go to the mall.
They just want to do normal things. Nothing about this world is normal.
Yeah. I think if they all went to a bunker, if they all just like quarantine like we were supposed to do for 3 months, then they would have gone away.
Did the right thing.
Anyway, I'm right, you're wrong.
Shut up.
Yeah, I stick beside him. There are so many. Everyone's gonna turn against Joel, but I don't see why you would.
No, I like Joel.
Yeah.
Complicated. They're all
so complex.
It's all messy.
It's one giant trolley problem. Turn on The Good Place.
And I mean, it's not like he doesn't get what's coming for you.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Undeserved.
Undeserved. He served cunt.
Live, serve cunt. Check.
Check.
But I forgive him. That's why season 2, like, I get there's more. Like, season 2 is kind of its own story, but I'm just like, I'm supposed to sit here and watch that happen.
And it's all like nothing. Like, this show isn't happy. Like, second season is just gonna be fucked up too. Like, it's all fucked up. Like, there's
no light at the end of
no,
this.
Literally. I'm just like, well, this is a bunch of choices, and like you cry and you get these characters for like a minute and you're like, and then you're like, well.
Yeah.
But
I'm supposed to like live without Joel though.
Joel. Yeah,
Looking
you
at
are.
him.
I wonder how long they're gonna keep him.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll do flashbacks or like dream sequences and stuff. Because
I feel like they can't write. I don't know. He's just in 2 episodes and he leaves.
Yeah, well, they're the show, and I get that it's, again, like a separate story almost.
Yeah.
But, like, they were the show. Like, I looked at IMDb, and they're in the 8 episodes, and everyone else is, like, one episode, 2 episodes, maybe. Like, they're the show. And even Bella Ramsey was like, I don't want to do this without Pedro.
Yeah. Well,
God.
I think they're going to have to.
Suck it up.
Suck it up, Buttercup. No.
Just kidding, love you, Bella.
No, I love Bella. I love their relationship.
Yeah.
Their chemistry
Girl.
is so good, girl.
Yeah.
But
What an era.
we're never gonna get season 2, so I really don't know.
Well,
We'll never lose Joel.
that's true. I just keep watching the edit.
The edit.
What down? Joel. Okay, so I think we've reached the portion of the episode where we have to talk about the epic highs and lows of The Last of Us, and they're all pretty fucking low.
It's pretty low. I can't.
Who, Brie, is your favorite character?
My favorite character
You can only pick one.
I can only pick one?
Yeah. There's only 3 characters. No, you can do whatever you want. It's our podcast.
I was gonna say Ellie and Joel.
Yeah. Correct.
Which is, I think, the only right answer, right?
Yeah. I think my favorite
Mine's the
character
bloater.
is Tommy.
Is who?
Tommy! Tommy's there for 2 seconds.
The
I just really
communist.
like when he doesn't think he's a communist.
Yeah, I just really like when he...
Yeah. There's only one right answer, and it's Ellie and Joel.
In the least favorite, there's only one right answer. I mean, there's
Joel.
a lot. Least favorite Joel.
No, it's David.
It's David.
Fuck that guy.
David's the worst.
David and maybe... I feel like I thought it was someone
Melanie.
else. Who?
Melanie.
Oh, yeah, Melanie kind of sucks, but she looked good doing it.
No, but she looked good.
You
She
can't-
started kind of doing it, so I forgive her.
Yeah, forgive her from her sins. And she had trauma too. They do a good job of
Everyone
showing
has
that
some
every single
fucking
person had trauma. But fuck David.
But David's just a little fucking bitch. Like, just nothing about
Nothing
him
good about that guy.
redeeming.
Favorite episode or moment?
The giraffe scene
The giraffe scene.
makes me smile.
The Bill and Frank episode as a whole
Yeah.
is probably the best.
I said that too. Their love story
Yeah.
makes
Yeah. This isn't an Arby's.
me.
And I also, I
What else?
like, the giraffe scene. That's it.
Wait, which scene?
The giraffe scene. That's
The
it.
giraffe scene. Yeah, the giraffe scene is just.
That's peak.
That's
It was all
peace.
downhill after
That's
that.
no, nothing's gonna be good. That giraffe scene is all we got.
I do like when Joel's like incapacitated, which is so silly. He's just staring at her. But when they she lays with him,
Aw.
that was sweet. That was also really fucked up.
That was awesome. Really fucked up. Yeah, I don't know.
Least favorite episodes and scenes?
My least favorite was the David thing.
Yeah.
Like, hated that. And I hated
I don't like the Henry and Sam
Henry
death.
and Sam thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good. That was like
It was well done, but
well done
it was
television.
traumatic.
But it was like just
The worst thing I've ever
the
seen
worst
in
thing
my
I
life.
ever saw in my eyes.
Sarah, all
made
the
me
deaths
cry.
though. Tess's death.
No,
Sarah's
literally,
death.
I think the whole show's the worst.
I think my least favorite
It's
thing is the entire show.
It's The Last of Us.
Just throw it all away.
My least favorite scene is The Last of Us. Season 1 and 2.
Amen.
Throw it away now.
Exactly. Would you recommend this show to others?
Yes.
No, save yourself.
No, save yourself.
I feel like if there are certain people that like would probably lose their mind.
I wouldn't recommend it to my mom,
right?
My mom doesn't like, and this whole show is. But my brother did try to get her to watch it. I'm like, you think?
Good luck.
You think she's gonna like that?
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's kind of heavy.
Yeah, I really did try to get watching it. Like, I tried to get my dad to watch it. He's like, I don't like zombies.
I tried to get my dad to watch it too.
This is more than that.
Like, this seems like a type of show you would watch. And
yeah.
Then
your dad
watch it.
loves The 100.
Yeah. Fucking love Shawn Mendes.
Amen. Maybe if Shawn Mendes was in this.
Maybe Shawn Mendes Rick would pull up. That's funny.
Yeah, I'd recommend this to 99% of people.
Yeah.
And,
God.
on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most unserious a show can be. We've lost all meaning of that word.
I know. That's not a real word anymore.
What would you rate this show?
0.
I think a 1. I think the puns really save it from being a 0.
They have some jokes.
Yeah.
Like, Ellie and Joel, like, joke around, funny scenes. But for the most part, you just, like, have, like, the worst time of your life.
I just thought of another funny scene is when he's teaching her to shoot, and he's like, you have to be gentle, you have to do this. She's like, what, are you trying to get it pregnant?
Yeah. Ellie! I love Ellie.
I just want them to shoot the shit. I think they need more time.
They need to shoot the shit.
I'm like, there's a lot of trauma going on. I think they could have spared an episode where it was just a little bit of
where
laughs.
they just shoot the shit for an hour.
Because they like skip 9 months of them like traveling through the U.S. or something. Maybe that was a lot, but like we could have gotten an episode of just a montage of them being Shrek and Donkey.
Shrek and Donkey
On the road again. But yeah, it's a big fat 1. This is the most serious show we've ever talked about, and I can't foresee one getting much more serious.
Yeah.
Serious.
This is pretty serious.
Serious. Serious.
I'm just like...
Serious is not a word anymore.
Serious.
Okay.
It was very serious.
Why so serious?
Why so
pretty good.
Serious.
Okay. We're at our final segment of the show.
Oh,
My jaw locked, sorry.
Oh my god.
Get ready to sing.
Oh my god.
Game night with Megan and Bree.
Hey.
What are we doing, Bree?
We're gonna do a little quizzy quiz. BuzzFeed, you know us.
You know us, but a little different this time.
We would play the game, but oh my god, where'd it go? Oh no, I lost it.
It's in your Twitter DMs.
Oh. It's in your Twitter DMs. Hello. I'm like, how long would you survive The Last of Us?
Sorry, my password was incorrect.
Most people wouldn't last a week, but let's see how long you'd survive in The Last of Us. Okay.
I'm in. Okay.
Are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What would you do if a herd of fungi people chase you? Try to fight them with a knife, end them with a handy sword, give in, run for your life, or shoot at them from a distance?
Okay. I think I'd shoot at them from a distance.
Okay. I think I would run.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't make it, but I'd run. A give in is so funny.
Who takes your main priority? Your pets? Mm-hmm. Your significant other? Your family? Your kids? Or yourself?
I would say... this is awkward. What would you say?
I'm thinking family, because I feel like when I think of family, my pets are included.
Oh, that's true. My family. Myself. I would definitely die.
Oh, there's pictures in the next one.
Actually, you probably would live if you cared about yourself.
Yeah.
If you were selfish.
Yeah, look at Joel.
Yeah, look at Joel.
Until he stopped caring about himself, and look what's about to happen.
Oh no.
Anyway.
Which creepy alley would you choose to walk down?
Describe them for us, Bree.
I don't fucking know. A dark... Is that Scotland? There's stone.
It's like cobblestone, yeah.
Cobblestone. There's like ivy, greenery. That's kind of cute. I'd live there. There's a dark tunnel. That does not look good. There's another tunnel-ish thing, but this one looks more cunty.
Yeah, it's like spherical.
Yeah, like it looks kind of majestic.
Like an archway.
Like, yeah, like royal. And then you got a creepy like downstairs, like stairway house. Haunted house. It looks awful. Like the Hobo Hill house.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And then we got a really... Is this just in black and white?
It just looks like a farm. Like it looks like a barn.
It's like a barn, but in black and white. You get to live in black and white.
Okay, which creepy alley would I choose to walk down?
I'm gonna choose the first one.
The first one? I want to choose the archway.
Oh shit! You know what I did?
What happened? Everything good?
Sorry. Yeah.
How many horror movies have you watched? A ton of them. Practically every single one. One or two. None. Oh, none. Or a handful of the popular ones.
I'm
a handful of the popular ones.
Sorry, y'all.
What?
I fucked up.
I feel like every time we do this, you're like...
I always push the unsplash thing. Okay. I would probably say a handful, too.
Okay.
I haven't seen that many. What grades did you get in school? Mostly D's. I mostly failed. A's and B's. B's and C's. Straight A's. A's and B's.
I feel like I got a couple of B's, but I want to say straight A's, so we're different.
I mostly failed.
I think straight A's, baby, until I took a history class. It really fucked me up.
That means,
other than that...
That means you're gonna die.
What? Type A people?
Because you're a perfectionist.
Oh, God.
Type A people.
Which essential would you always keep on hand during an outbreak apocalypse? Water, a blanket, a flashlight, a weapon of choice, or a first aid kit? God, only one?
Yeah, I only get one. I need all of these. If I was in an apocalypse, I would...
Listen, the worst answer here is blanket, but why is that pulling me?
That's what I would have picked too. I'm like, I have to be cozy.
You have to stay warm. If you freeze...
to stay warm. I could hide under the blanket. Who would see me?
True. The infected are pretty stupid.
All I care about is being cozy. If I was infected and cozy...
You're fine.
I'm fine. Who cares?
That's actually the cure. Have we tried that?
Have we tried that? Just being cozy. Okay, I'm taking blanket.
I'll say... God, they're all important. First aid kit. Which backpack? Oh, wait, sorry. It's your turn.
Which backpack would you choose to carry with you along the way? This... Is that brown, orange?
Yeah.
Brown, orange, burnt orange backpack. Yeah. A gray backpack with a water bottle. One that looks like you're going to fucking, like, university. like Cambridge.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Cambridge.
You know? And then one that looks like you're going hiking. A greenish hiking one. And one that looks like you're going to be a loser at the Starbucks and, like, study. I hope you guys get what I'm saying.
I got it. I want to pick the one with the water bottle.
That's probably smart. But I'm going to pick the fancy one.
Okay.
That probably fits nothing. But you know what? I'll look cool doing it. I'll have a blanket.
Okay. We have our last question.
Oh, no. I'm scared.
And where is your home base at? An abandoned pool? An abandoned library?
Ew.
An old hospital? An old school? Or a jail? Hear me out. The old hospital is where all the shit went down.
Joel killed everyone in that hospital.
So why would I go there? Abandoned pool feels like it's out in the open.
That does not feel safe enough. You know, the jail would probably be safest because I don't know.
I was thinking that. Like,
but do I want to be in a jail? I guess. If I want to be smart.
I want to pick the library.
Yeah, me too. I want to read a book on the library.
Yeah. I think I'll pick the library.
I'm going to pick the jail.
Ooh. Okay, here we go. Oh my God.
Oh shit! What'd you get?
I got 90 years.
Me too!
God, that's good. And we're already 24.
We slayed. We're set.
We're living.
I took a blanket and a fancy backpack, and I got 90 years.
That's pretty good. It says, and the natural causes took you down. Wait, fungi are natural too, aren't they?
Bro, are
Either
you
way,
saying
like,
I still got... But that's plenty of life for me. I'd be ready to go.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm probably honestly tired of this.
I'm like, I'm going to be infected and, like, haunt people.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun.
And go...
That was all right.
Bella, have you heard Bella? Bella's so good. Mm-hmm. I'm like...
All right. Well, hopefully everything we said made sense.
It's okay, baby girl. I got you.
Oh, my God. I'm going to start crying. Baby girl.
It's okay, baby girl. I got you.
Baby girls. That's fucked up when they find each other in the snow. Oh my God. That's one of my favorite moments. As much as that's a traumatic episode. Wow, that's a family. And they hobble away together. Like he wasn't just near death.
They do hobble away. That's so funny.
He's like, fine.
He fucking shows up and then he hobbles away. He's like, I gotta...
Damn. Okay. Well.
What's next week?
I think next week we're talking about the after party.
Woo!
Season 2. Probably a little season 1, but season 2 ends soon. So we're going to talk about it. Super exciting.
Episode. Oh.
Well, actually, it will have ended by the time this is out.
But, oh, yeah, true.
So if you've seen it and want to talk about it, stay tuned.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen it,
you should probably watch it.
Honestly, it and catch up.
I was going to say this on the episode. I think the after party is the best show that you're not watching. Like,
no, literally, because there's probably so many people who aren't watching it.
Yeah.
And it's such a good show.
It's so good. Like, it's so funny. And then I love a good murder mystery. Yeah, it's so creative. God, okay. We'll save that.
Everyone has to fucking watch it.
Everyone watch it so we can talk
about
it.
So then you can listen to our podcast.
Exactly. And subscribe. I see you watching, but hit the subscribe button. Comment us something silly. Tell us what your favorite and most traumatic moment of the Last of Us was.
Tell us which Last of Us moment scarred you the most.
Exactly. Alrighty. Well, we'll see you next week for a little murder mystery. But until then, endure and survive.
Oh, shit.
Wait, what was it?
Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Remember to rate, follow, and share with friends.
And find us on TikTok and Instagram at unseriesous to see more content and find out what we're watching next.
We hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye!